Have you ever been asked a truly impossible question? What's the best song ever written? What's the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen? Well, here's another one, and it might be the hardest of all. What's the most beautiful Italian coupe of all time? It's a question that gives any car enthusiast goosebumps. This isn't just about picking a car. It's about choosing between works of art, each with its own soul, its own story, its own passionate heartbeat. We're talking about shapes that weren't just designed, but seemingly born from pure emotion. Curves that flow like liquid poetry, lines that scream speed even when perfectly still. It's a challenge, I know, but a glorious one to take on. Trying to rank Italian coupes is like trying to rank Renaissance paintings. You can have your favorite, of course, but can you definitively say a Botticelli is better than a Leonardo? It's a deeply personal choice, driven by something far beyond technical specs or performance figures. It's about which car speaks to you. Which one makes your heart pound when you see it go by? Is it the aggressive stance of a Lamborghini, the timeless grace of a classic Ferrari, the subtle, clever charm of a Lancia? Today, we're not going to answer the question definitively. Instead, we're going to embark on a journey through the heart of Italian passion, exploring some of the most breathtakingly beautiful machines that have ever graced our roads. This is a celebration of Italian automotive art at its finest. So what is it? What's the secret sauce that makes Italian car design so special? It's a word you hear a lot: passion. For me, it's more than just a feeling. It's a tangible philosophy. It's the idea that a car should be more than a tool to get from point A to point B. It should be an experience, a source of joy, an object of desire. Italian designers don't just shape metal, they sculpt emotion. They understand that a line on a car can convey elegance, aggression, sensuality. They treat a car's body like a canvas. Look at how an Italian coupe sits on the road. There's a confident, elegant stance, pure, sporty intent, and sophisticated elegance. Think of the long hoods, suggesting a powerful engine waiting underneath. Think of the taut, muscular rear quarters ready to pounce. These aren't accidental features. They're deliberately crafted to evoke a response, to stir something within you. Pininfarina, Bertone, Zagato, Giugiaro were not just engineers. They were artists, sculptors, and poets who understood the language of form and proportion better than anyone. They knew how to make a car look fast even when it was standing still. This philosophy is rooted in a deep cultural appreciation for beauty. If you had to pick one car to represent the height of 1960s beauty and performance, many, myself included, would excitedly point to the Ferrari 250 GT Berlinetta SWB. The name itself is pure poetry. Introduced in 1959, it was a masterpiece of form and function. SWB stands for short wheelbase. More agile, more responsive, and more beautiful. Designed by Pininfarina, built by Scaglietti, its compact muscular shape is the perfect outline, brutally powerful and exquisitely delicate. A perfect marriage of the road and the track. Drive to the track, win the race, and drive home. That was the SWB. Its Colombo V12 was a symphony of mechanical fury. Its lightweight aluminum body shows the skill of the coach builders. Every curve has a purpose. The front grille feeds the engine. The wide fenders hold fat tires. The camtail gives aerodynamic stability, form-following function, in the most beautiful way imaginable. Owning one today is a collector's dream. You don't need to own it to appreciate it. A picture takes you there. The 250 GT SWB is a legend and a benchmark. Let's fast forward a few decades from the era of the 250 GT, and you'll find that Italian flair for creating stunningly beautiful coupes. One example, the Alfa Romeo 8C Competizione. When this car was first shown as a concept in 2003, the automotive world held its breath. It was as if a classic Alfa from the 1930s had been reimagined for the 21st century. It was a shamelessly romantic design, a symphony of voluptuous curves, dramatic proportions. The very name, 8C Competizione, harks back to the pre-war 8-cylinder cars, a commitment to beauty over practicality, designed by a singular, passionate vision. The long, sloping hood, the muscular rear haunches, the iconic triangular grille, all pure Alfa Romeo. It doesn't look like it's from 2007. It looks like a car that could have been designed at any point in the last 70 years. It's a rolling sculpture, every angle revealing a new detail. And it wasn't just a pretty face. Carbon fiber bodywork the heart. A 4.7-liter V8, borrowed from Maserati, tuned by Alfa. It captured the spirit of Ferrari, uncompromising performance wrapped in beauty. Not all Italian beauties scream for attention. Some, like the Lancia Fulvia Coupe, have a more subtle, intelligent charm. If the Ferrari is a passionate opera diva, the Fulvia is a sophisticated jazz singer. Launched in 1965, the Fulvia Coupe was a masterpiece of understated elegance. Designed in-house by Piero Castagnero, it was a car that didn't rely on dramatic lines or aggressive wings for its appeal. Its perfect proportions, its delicate pillars, its clean, uncluttered lines. It's a wonderfully light and airy design, with a large glass area that gives it an almost delicate appearance. But don't let its refined looks fool you. Beneath that graceful exterior beat the heart of a champion. The Fulvia became a rally legend in the late 60s and early 70s, culminating in a spectacular win at the 1972 International Rally Championship with the famous fan-alone version. This duality is what makes the Fulvia so captivating. It was a car you could happily drive to a sophisticated dinner party, but it was also tough enough to conquer the world's most demanding rally stages. It's a car with substance, a beautiful mind to go with its beautiful face. For those who appreciate intelligent design and a rich motorsport heritage, the Lancia Fulvia Coupe is, without a doubt, one of the most beautiful and rewarding Italian coupes ever made. It's a true classic in every sense of the word. If there's one type of car that Italians have truly mastered, it's the Grand Tourer. A car designed to cross continents at high speed in supreme comfort and impeccable style. And for the modern era, there is perhaps no better embodiment of this ideal than the Maserati Gran Turismo. When it launched in 2007, it was an instant classic. Designed by the legendary design house Pininfarina, the Gran Turismo is a car of breathtaking proportions. It's long, low, and wide, with a shark-like nose dominated by Maserati's iconic trident. It's a car that looks elegant and menacing in equal measure. The beauty of the Gran Turismo lies in its flowing, organic lines. There are no sharp angles or awkward creases here. The bodywork appears to have been poured over the chassis, with every curve perfectly placed to guide the eye from front to back. The powerful rear wheel arches hint at the performance on tap, while the long, elegant hood speaks to its grand touring intentions. It's a big car, but it never looks clumsy. It wears its size with a grace and elegance that few other cars can match. It looks just as good arriving at the Monte Carlo casino as it does devouring an Alpine pass. You can't talk about beautiful Italian coupes without mentioning the car that invented the supercar as we know it, the Lamborghini Miura. When it was shown at the Geneva Motor Show in 1966, it didn't just turn heads, it shattered perceptions. Ferruccio Lamborghini wanted to build a car that would overshadow Ferrari, and with the Miura, he did it. Its design by a young Marcello Gandini at Bertone was revolutionary. It was low, incredibly wide, completely exotic. The most radical thing was its layout. The first production car with a mid-mounted V12 engine, a setup until then only for race cars. Not just central, but mounted sideways, right behind the driver's head. This dictated its proportions: a short, sharp nose, a long, dramatic tail. Sensual design, and aggressive. Curves that flowed into sharp, functional air intakes. The eyelashes around the pop-up headlights, a whimsical and beautiful detail that could only be Italian. Seeing a Miura in person is impressive. It sits so low it looks like part of the asphalt. The front clamshells open, the rear clamshells open, revealing engine and chassis, automotive theater. It radiates drama from every angle. It's not just a car, it's a statement. Frank Sinatra said, "You buy a Ferrari when you want to be someone. You buy a Lamborghini when you already are someone." Here we are at the end of our journey. And are we any closer to answering that impossible question? Probably not. And that's the point. The beauty of the Italian coupe isn't one single definable thing. It's a rich and varied tapestry woven with threads of passion, art, engineering genius, and a little bit of madness. It's the brutal beauty of the Miura, the elegant cleverness of the Fulvia, the timeless perfection of the 250 GTS WB, and the modern romance of the 8C. Each car offers a different flavor of beauty, a different emotional connection. The world has changed immensely since the golden age of coach building. We now have electric cars, self-driving, and a focus on efficiency and safety. And yet, the allure of the classic Italian coupe remains as strong as ever. Why? Because they represent something that is becoming increasingly rare: pure, unadulterated, human-centered design. They were built to stir the soul, not just to meet a regulation. They are a reminder that a car can be and should be more than just a functional appliance. They are a celebration of the joy of driving. They are, quite simply, automotive art.